While you were dating, they showed you love, care, and understanding. You both were compatible. Once upon a time, I was feeling heavy-hearted, lost, down because of some poor choices and decisions I made. One day, I asked myself, why do I keep making poor relationship choices? Did I consider all the options before making the choices I made? These are tough questions to answer, right? Many of us have made a poor relationship choice or a decision at some point in our lives. However, are there ways to limit the poor choices we make? Are there things to consider when making a choice or a decision? In this video, I will talk about how to make good decisions or choices and how to avoid mistakes in relationships. Hi everyone, this is Taking Steps with Marian. Hope you are good. If you're not, come on, smile. Thanks to all my subscribers and viewers, I really appreciate your support. To my subscribers and viewers who have asked me to speak on certain topics, I have not forgotten them. They are on my list and I will address all of them as time goes on. Many of us have made a poor relationship choice or a decision at one point in our lives. When we make a poor relationship decision, we usually say, I know better now, I've learned from it, this will never happen to me again. But then somehow, we find ourselves making another poor decision or choice. Why does that happen? There are 5 major things that contribute to poor decision making. The first thing is not knowing enough about what you are deciding on. Usually, we make decisions based on what we know and what we think is right or wrong. What we know and what we think is right or wrong is influenced by our beliefs, our society, our culture, level of education, and experiences in life. How much you know is based on how much your belief, society, culture, education, and experience taught you. Because of these reasons, some people know more and some people know less. Making the right decision requires knowledge and experience. If you don't have the knowledge and experience in something, it can lead to poor decision making. Sometimes we make poor decisions because what we know is not enough to help us make the right decision. How do you know that your knowledge and experiences are not enough? What do you do if you find out that what you know is not enough to help you get to where you want to be? Let's say you've been dating, trying all you can to find true love, but something goes wrong all the time and the relationship ends. It is possible that what you know about dating is not enough. What do you do then? You seek advice from someone in a healthy relationship, or you seek advice from a counselor. Another example, let's say you and your spouse are growing apart. You argue most of the time, and you've tried all the things you know, but it's not working. It is possible that what you know is not enough to help solve your marital problems. It is time to admit that you need help and seek advice from someone who has more experience than you. How can you identify the person to get advice from in solving marital problems? You can identify them in healthy marriages. In healthy marriages, husband and wife are committed to each other. They respect and communicate well with each other. They are faithful and satisfied with each other. They are committed to taking care of their children, and there is no violence or abuse. Go to those and ask for advice on the issues you are facing in your marriage, because definitely there is something they know that is making their marriage work, or go to a marriage counselor for advice. The people you know that have healthy marriages are not that different from you. Some of them might have gone through issues way bigger than yours, but there are things they know or are doing that is keeping their marriage going strong. It's important to talk to someone who has the knowledge and the experience to help you limit the number of poor decisions you make. Seeking advice or learning from someone is difficult for many people, so they try to figure things out on their own. It's not bad to figure things out on your own, but trying to figure certain things out on your own can lead to mistakes, and some mistakes have serious consequences. Some consequences can change the direction of your life completely. It can affect a lot of things that you could have prevented. The price of the consequences of some mistakes can be too much to bear. So it's important to seek advice and learn from the people who know more than you instead of trying to figure things out on your own. It is to your own benefit to seek advice from someone who knows what you don't know. Seeking advice does not mean you are unintelligent. It means what you know is not enough, and you want to know more to help you make good decisions. So if someone knows more in something than you, don't feel intimidated by them. Instead, learn from them. They know what they know because they are exposed to more in life. There are things you know that some people don't know either, and those people will learn from you if they find themselves around you. People who make good decisions seek advice. They are good listeners. Even if the advice given to them is known to them, they still listen carefully without interruptions to get what they need for themselves. After listening to the advice, they ask questions that will help them make good decisions. Seeking advice from people who know more or have more experience than you helps you make smarter decisions. Ask yourself these questions when about to make a choice or a decision. How much do I know about the thing I am choosing or deciding on? Is what I know enough to help me make the right decision? Does this decision add value to me? You can make the right choice or decision and something can go wrong. There are things that happen in our lives we don't have control over. Let's say you marry someone after dating them for a while. While you were dating, they showed you love, care, and understanding. You both were compatible. 5 years into your marriage, they change. They cheat on you or lie to you or break their promises or come home one day and say, "I'm not happy, I don't feel love for you, and I want a divorce." No matter what you do or say, they choose to cheat, lie, or decide to end the marriage. In this situation, you did nothing wrong. It's not your fault. Something unexpected happened. You don't have control over what someone else does or over someone else's choices. You only have control over yours. Sometimes unexpected things happen. However, there are choices we have control over. Sometimes we make poor choices because we don't have the knowledge or the experience. And sometimes we choose even when we see danger or the signs that something is not good for us, because somehow we think we can magically make that choice good. For example, deciding to marry a cheater or trusting someone who breaks their promises, thinking we can change them. If a cheater or someone who breaks their promises doesn't decide by themselves to change, you can't change them. Do not take responsibility for someone else's actions. Even if you love them, you are not helping them to change. You are giving them permission to continue their wrong behavior. The second thing that contributes to poor decision-making is distractions. When there are too many distractions around you, you can't focus. A distraction is something that turns your attention away from something you want to concentrate on. Let's say a guy is out of a relationship because his girl cheated on him, and now is in a new relationship. The ex-girlfriend shows up and then he gets confused. Also, his ex is acting all changed, so he gets distracted and finds himself back with his ex without taking the time to think things through, only for his ex-girlfriend to cheat on him again. Another example of distraction. Let's say Lady B has been dating Mr. B for a while and things are going well. Mr. B tells her he's ready to take the relationship to the next level. She says, I will think about it. She's almost at the point where she's about to say, this is it. I really like Mr. B and want to be with him. And then Mr. C shows up and says, I really like you, and keeps pursuing her. On top of that, he looks hotter than Mr. B. He has six-pack and all that. So she gets distracted and chooses to be with Mr. C, only for the relationship with Mr. C to end after 3 months. Distractions can lead to making poor choices. Sometimes, family, friends, acquaintances, and social media distract us with their opinions. Anytime you get distracted by people's opinions, take some time to think about the advantages and disadvantages of what they are saying to make sure that what they are saying adds value to you. You add value to someone's life when you see their needs and what is good for them. The third thing that contributes to poor decision making is deciding from an emotional place. Whether your emotions are positive or negative, it can cloud your judgment. If you feel positive emotions such as attraction or love for someone, does that mean he or she is the one for you? If you feel attracted to or love for someone, that alone is not enough to decide that that person is the one for you. It is very important to consider the facts to support what you are feeling. The facts are getting to know the person and finding out if you both are compatible. A compatible partner is someone you can be yourself around, talk to on anything, respects you, loves you despite your weaknesses, and a person willing to learn and grow with you. Do not choose or decide based on feelings alone. Negative emotions such as anger or hurt can cloud your judgment. Sometimes, when our needs are not met, we get angry or hurt. And when we are angry or hurt, we are impatient. And when we are impatient, we can't think clearly. You can't make good decisions if you are angry or hurt. For example, a girl is angry and heartbroken about his boyfriend leaving her for someone else. To prove to her ex that she's not down and out and can do without him, she immediately jumps into a new relationship. The new guy is in love with her, but because she's angry and her motivation for getting into this new relationship is to show the ex that she can do without him, she does not notice the new guy is in love with her. Just when she realizes that the new guy is good and wants to take the relationship seriously, the new guy finds out that she is using him to make her ex jealous and ends the relationship. Don't make decisions when you are angry or hurt. You don't want to miss out on good opportunities. Anytime you feel angry or hurt, talk to a confidant about your anger. A confidant is someone you can be yourself around and be vulnerable to on anything. They will not judge you, but will judge whatever situation you are bringing to them to help you with whatever you are going through. Examples of confidence are a mentor, a counselor, or a loyal friend. The fourth thing that contributes to poor decision making is making hasty decisions. Usually, we make hasty decisions when we feel afraid, tired, overwhelmed, or want to take shortcuts. Why do some people choose the wrong person to fall in love with or to marry? There is this natural need for someone to love us intimately. And that makes some people rush into being with someone or fall in love without thinking things through. Some people rush into being with someone out of fear of being alone. Some rush into it because they think or fear they are getting older. Some also rush into it because they want to be relevant in society. So they choose to ignore the important factors in a relationship. When you rush into any relationship out of fear without thinking things through, most of the time, it does not go well. Making hasty decisions often leads to problems. It's best to take your time to think things through or seek advice if you have to before you decide. How our lives turn out results from the decisions and choices we make. If you're about to make an important decision and you feel tired, get some rest before you make the decision. I don't know about you, but when I'm tired, I can't think clearly, I can't concentrate fully. So I have learned not to make important decisions or have important conversations when I am tired. For example, I can't have an important conversation with my husband when I'm tired because I know if I do, I will not hear him clearly and might misunderstand what he is saying to me. Or I might just flip because I'm tired. Also, do not make important decisions when you feel overwhelmed. If you are in a process of making an important decision and there are things happening that is making you worry or stressed out, it can overwhelm you to the point of reacting the way you react when you are tired. When you feel overwhelmed, you can't think clearly. Shortcuts can lead to poor decision making as well. Taking shortcuts means unwillingness to put in the time and the work to consider the factors of something before making a decision. Taking the time to think about the advantages and disadvantages of whatever you are deciding on helps in making good decisions. If you don't take the time to think about things, you make poor decisions. The fifth thing that contributes to poor decision making is assumptions. An assumption is believing something to be true without concrete evidence. Assuming you know someone just by looking at them without getting to know them can make you miss out on good opportunities. If you meet a guy or a lady and they keep a straight face, would you assume the person is boring or unfriendly? You might end up finding out that behind closed doors, the guy or the lady is funny. He or she can make you laugh till tomorrow. Single ladies and guys, do not let your past bad experiences with your exes make you assume things when you date. When you notice something in the person you date that resembles what an ex did, ask questions to find out more instead of assuming. You might find out that what you are assuming is not what it is. All guys are not the same. All ladies are not the same. Wrong assumptions block chances of finding genuine love. If you come in contact with someone who appears to be honest or caring, does that mean they are what they appear to be? For example, let's say a guy or a lady is looking for a life partner who is honest and caring. They meet someone and outwardly they appear to be honest and caring because of the way they talk. They assume what they have observed is what they are looking for in a partner without verifying whether or not it's true. They marry the person and then find out at some point in their marriage that their assumptions were wrong. Be careful not to make decisions based on assumptions. Always verify. If you're going through marital problems such as dishonesty, communication issues, money problems, or trust issues, could it be you have some expectations your spouse might not be aware of? Don't give up. Seek advice on what to do from a counselor or from a healthy married couple with experience. You can restore your marriage. Also, making decisions based only on fantasies can lead to poor decisions. Let's say in Lady D's fantasy world, her ideal man is tall, athletic, rich, and knows how to compliment a lady. She comes in contact with a player who is tall, athletic, rich, and a smooth talker. He approaches her, tells her she loves her, and wants to be in a relationship with her. She accepts to be in a relationship with him because his physical appearance matches her fantasies, only to find out a year later he has been cheating on her. It is okay to have fantasies about your ideal partner, but fantasies alone are not enough. Making good decisions helps you avoid unbearable consequences. If you've made a poor decision or mistake in your life, you still have the power to change that mistake. Seek advice on what to do. Also, don't let fear or pride or ego stop you from seeking advice for what you don't know. Don't get distracted with people's opinions and don't allow assumptions, anger, hurt, fear, worry, and stress push you to make a hasty decision. It's important to consider all the important factors before deciding on anything. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel and comment down below as well. Click on this red button below this video and hit the bell next to the subscription to get a notification anytime I post a new video. Also, share, like, and comment down below as well. Say hi. Let's have a conversation. See you soon. Bye.